This is my story. I am writing it myself because I want other girls to know that even when you are afraid, you can be strong. I live with my parents in a small apartment in the city. Our building is old but clean. The walls are cream-colored, and the stair railings are painted dark green. On the balcony, my mother grows small plants, roses, mint, and marigolds. In the evenings, the smell of the flowers mixes with the smell of food from our kitchen. My father works for a construction company in another city. He comes home only on weekends. During the week, it is just my mother and me. My mother is kind and soft-spoken. She sells handmade clothes online and sometimes at the local market. We have lived here since I was a child. I grew up playing in the courtyard of this building. I know every neighbor by face. The man who runs the grocery shop downstairs greets me with a smile every morning. There is also a man named John who lives in the flat above us. He is around 28 or 30. He moved in a year ago. He usually keeps to himself. Sometimes I see him on the stairs carrying grocery bags. We have never really talked. It was a Friday in late summer. The sky was pale blue and hot. I woke up feeling unwell. My throat hurt and my stomach felt weak. I skipped my college classes and stayed home. My mother fussed over me, made me tea with ginger and honey, and told me to rest. She had to go to the market later to deliver some orders. She said she would be back by evening. After she left, I lay on my bed under the ceiling fan. The sound of traffic outside was soft and far away. I tried to read a book, but my head felt heavy. Slowly, I drifted into sleep. When I woke up, it was almost dusk. The room was filled with orange light from the setting sun. My throat still felt sore, but I was a little better. I made myself a cup of tea and sat on the balcony for a few minutes. Below me, children were playing. Someone's radio was playing old songs. I texted my mother to ask when she would be home. She replied, "Soon, just a little late. Market is crowded." I went back to my room and lay down again. The apartment felt very quiet. Usually my mother would be in the kitchen making dinner at this time. Around 9 o'clock, I heard footsteps on the stairs. They were heavier than my mother's. Then came a knock at the door. "Emma," a man's voice called. It was John. I sat up. "Yes," I said through the door. "I heard you're sick," he said. "Do you need anything? Water, medicine?" His voice was calm, but something about it felt wrong. My mother had not told him I was sick. How did he know? "No, thank you," I said. "I'm okay." There was a pause. "I just want to check on you," he said again. "I'm fine," I answered firmly. I stood still, listening. Then I heard the handle move slightly. My heart began to race. "Emma, open the door," he said, his voice lower now. "I'm calling my mother," I said loudly. "Don't be scared, just open," he said. I grabbed my phone and tried calling my mother. The line was busy. I sent her a quick message. "Come home fast." Someone at the door. John knocked harder. "I just want to talk," he said. I moved quietly to the kitchen. I remembered what my father always told me. If you ever feel unsafe, make noise. Don't be quiet. I picked up a heavy frying pan. My hands were shaking, but I held it tight. The door began to open a crack. I had locked it, but he had some kind of key or tool. His face appeared. He stepped inside slowly. "Emma, don't make noise," he whispered. I felt a wave of fear, but also anger. This was my home. He had no right to come in. "Get out now," I yelled. My voice echoed. "I'm calling the police." He hesitated. He probably thought I would be too scared to fight back. "I just want to," he began. "Get out." I shouted again, "Right now." I stepped forward with the pan raised. "If you take one more step, I will hit you," I said loudly. We stood like that for a few seconds. His eyes flickered. Maybe he saw that I was serious. Slowly, he stepped back. He muttered something under his breath and closed the door. I heard his footsteps running up the stairs. I quickly locked the door again and pushed a chair against it. My whole body was trembling. My heart pounded so hard I could hear it. I went to the window and shouted for the watchman downstairs. Someone tried to enter my flat. I called. The watchman looked up and shouted back, "Stay inside. I'm coming." Just then my mother arrived. She saw my face and dropped her shopping bag. "What happened?" she asked. I told her everything. She hugged me tightly and held me while I shook. Then she called my father and the police. 2 officers came. They asked me questions and wrote down my statement. They went upstairs to talk to John. I don't know what they said to him, but he didn't come near me again. That night, I lay awake for hours. I kept hearing the sound of the door handle turning. I kept thinking, what if I had opened the door? What if I had stayed silent? But I also felt something new, a quiet pride. I had been afraid, but I had spoken up. I had defended myself. In the morning, my father came home early. He held my hands and said, "You were brave." My mother stayed close to me all day. We cooked together and talked. Slowly, I felt my body relax. From that night, I learned something important. Even when you are alone, you are not helpless. Your voice is your power. You have the right to protect yourself. After that, my mother and I made new safety rules. We always keep the door locked. We never tell strangers when we are alone at home. We joined a neighborhood safety group. I also started learning self-defense classes at the community center. The first time I practiced a move and threw a dummy attacker on the mat, I felt a spark of strength in my chest. Sometimes I still feel scared when I remember that night. But fear is not weakness. Fear tells you something is wrong. Courage is what you do even when you are afraid. I'm writing this story now because I know there are other girls like me Girls who are at home alone. Girls who feel someone watching them. Girls who don't know if they should speak up. I want them to know. Speak up. Shout. Call for help. Protect yourself. You are allowed to be strong. I am Emma. I am 18 years old. That Friday night changed me. It taught me courage. It taught me that being alone does not mean being weak.